My arm's getting a bit tired from holding the camera. Look, nobody talks about this, right? The hard life of a vlogger. I know there's like miners deep underground digging away, barely any ventilation, manual work. But I mean, what about me? My arm is tired. I'm holding a tiny action camera. Nobody ever talks about this. Hey guys, Katie from the Kate Show Vlog here, and today I have the car today. I have a little bit of freedom, so I'm taking you on an on-the-road style vlog of a hike in the area. It's a really easy one. I'm at Carvers Creek State Park. There's two sections to the Carvers Creek State Park, and you drive to each different section. This one is the Long Valley Road section. I'm pretty sure it's called that. I'll double check and correct myself if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it's called. I'm doing that one today. It's a nice easy one. Get out and about in nature. So I thought, I have a blog post on this coming out on Tuesday probably, next week. So you can check that out if you're watching this later. Just check that out on my website for all like the specific details and everything. Otherwise, if you just want to see what it's like, watch this video and we'll go on it together. All right, let's go. So when you drive in, the road gets a little bit bumpy. It's like a gravelly road, but it's, I would say, fairly well maintained, but there was just a couple of potholes. And then there's a big parking area with a visitor center, and there's some park benches as well if you wanted to like stop for a snack after that. And then you just walk where the road ends, you just follow it up. It's pretty easy to find your way on this one. There's two different trails that connect to each other. So we're doing like the Rockefeller loop first. That's the one you have to start on no matter what. And you just walk down and follow it, and then we're going to connect to the next one after. Pretty well marked. We're still following the white trail markers. That's the first trail you'll be taking. You just follow these white things the whole way. Pretty easy to find your way and like keep track of where you're going. So it started out pretty like soft sand type of trail. I think you could still push a stroller on it. And it's especially soft at the moment because it's been raining this week. Then it goes to like a bit more compact, harder sand, and now we've moved into like a little bit of a gravelly type trail. So a few different types of terrain, which is cool. And it feels like you're a lot further out than what you actually are. So I think this is a great one if like you want to get out of the house, you want to get into the outdoors and just do some, you know, nature time, but you don't want to like, you know, do a really long drive or a really long hike or anything like that. You just want to keep it sort of simple, or like a quick midweek half day thing. This is a good one. Alright, so as you're walking, once you come up to this house, let's see if I can get it there. Once you come up to this house, you keep following the trail around, and that's when you will connect. It'll go a little bit around to the left, and then to the right, that's where you connect with the Cypress Trail. Cypress Point loop trail? Cypress something. And that's where you're following the blue markers from then on in. So it's pretty easy. You're just going to loop around. We're going to come back to that house at the end, so we'll show you that soon. But for now, following the blue markers on the next trail, and I'll check back in a second. Just stopping at a bench here real quick. Truth be told, I was gonna do this video like 2 weeks ago, I think, and I haven't put up a video in 2 weeks, and it's just because like I was having a lot of like endometriosis problems for maybe the last 6 weeks, I think, and then the last 2 were like pretty intense. It got to like the point of no return intense, where it's hard to even leave the house to like walk Coco or anything like that. And it's like maybe not even worth mentioning, right? Oh, there's 2 weeks and no videos, who would care? But one thing I wanted to talk about, because it's one thing that came up a lot when people messaged me about it, and it was like, hey, just rest when you need to. It's okay. Like it's fine. Just take the time you need, take care of your body. And I don't know if any of you get this as well, but like one thing I get is like imposter syndrome, hardcore, especially I think I would have it no matter what, but especially since like blogging and everything, because I'm that person that's like, hey, don't let endometriosis stop you, just overcome it, you know, and push through, and got that attitude of like still live to the fullest. And then it's like, oh, but you took 2 weeks off, you know, trying to take care of your body and whatever, and then like, who are you to say push through, and who are you to say you overcome anything if you take time off, and who are you to say you can still live to the fullest if you're not even keeping to your schedule, like things like that. Like, I know there's that like the logical and rational part of my brain that's like, yeah, well, you need to rest, so like that's part of it. And if you overcome 10 different things and have 10 different accomplishments, but then you have to like rest for this one part, you still have 10 different accomplishments, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any sense to think that way, like the imposter way. But I mean, I still get it and still feel like a fraud every time I have to rest. So that's just like, I know, I just wanted to share that, like, this one thing that goes through my mind. I don't know if it happens to any of you guys, but be interested to hear if it does. And that's why I had 2 weeks off videos. And let's keep going. We are going to get to the end of this loop, and there's a nice look out of the water here, so we'll get to the end of that. I'm actually making a few videos today. Coco's at the groomer, so it's like I'm gonna make as many videos as I can in the time it takes them to groom her, so we'll see. My goal is 3. That's what I'm going for. I just realized this could be a tricky bit. So it's coming down this way. There's a little sign saying Cypress Point Loop Trail that way. There's a blue marker down here. So there's a little bit of a fork. Keep going straight at this point because that loop trail is giving you the loop for the way back. So keep going straight until it ends completely. All right, so once you reach this end point, you see this little cone, and then there's just water. That's your end point. That's where you turn around. But it is just so beautiful. The reflections on the water are just crazy. It's so mesmerizing. I love it. It's so peaceful. Aside from my big mouth talking, there's like no noise. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot in nature. Definitely come and check it out. So now just walk back the way you came, and we're going to circle back where I said before, where it forks and it gives you the back way of the Cypress Loop. That's the way we're going to go back. But for now, just enjoy this beautiful, beautiful North Carolina day. So I feel like now is as good a time as ever to remind you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you can also hit the thumbs up button, you can hit the little bell for notifications and you'll get notified every time I put out a new video. You can leave a comment. Everything helps. Everything helps the algorithm reward me for making these videos, and I appreciate any support you can offer, as well as, you know, the opportunity to be able to provide these for you to hopefully help you plan your own adventures and live your chapters to the fullest as well. Alright, so as you're coming to the end of that Cypress Loop, I don't know if you can see it here, but the big white house, it's just in the background there, so it's going to come up on your left. You can go explore that area. They run tours of the house sometimes. Just check if they're running them. They're not running them at the moment, but it was a vacation home of a guy. His last name's Rockefeller, hence the name of the white marker loop trail is Rockefeller. It's a plane flying over. That's what about my YouTube channel? No respect. Anyway, so you can explore that area. It's pretty nice just to walk around and see the house. They have a few plaques there with information. I might just go get some footage of those to show you. And you can just see the grounds and everything and learn more. Otherwise, then you're going to go back this way. You can go back the way you came, following the white trail markers, or you can do the loop, like the back loop of the Rockefeller Trail. So that's what I'm going to do today after I go see the house. So the back part of the Rockefeller Loop is, it's kind of like weird mixed messages, hey, because it does feel like on one side it's all woods, you're out in the middle of nowhere, it's like I'm in nature, I'm hiking. And then on the other side, you're walking past, like, there's a street with people's houses and stuff, so it's kind of like a weird mixed message. But it still has the little white trail markers. You just follow, you're following along the fence really, and then it'll take you back. It spits you out like just after the car park. So if you're coming in, it's before the car park, but if you're leaving, it's after the car park. So it doesn't, you don't come out in the same way. It actually feels cool on a solo hike, having my camera and talking to that, because it kind of feels like you're with people, you know, because you have someone to talk to. So it's like kind of a cool different feeling, even though you're just talking to yourself and an inanimate object that doesn't talk back. And I think, like, as a vlogger, whatever, that's when you know you've truly lost your mind. Ooh, getting low on battery. Using a new microphone today, but I think it's just churning through the battery. So I'll probably call it quits there for the vlogging section to hopefully save that battery to get some B-roll at the end. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. I hope it helps you plan your own trip to Carvers Creek. And that's it. Remember to like, leave a comment. I will see you guys next time. And stay tuned for the blog post that'll be out next week if you want more information on this hike. Bye!